Smoke Wanted Podcast. It's your boy Hall of Fame Worthy. If you're new to this channel, like I always said, please subscribe to our YouTube. Check us out on Instagram, Facebook. We on Instagram Threads. Oh yeah, we on X. Like I always say, we on X. This episode will be on Spotify. Check us out on Spotify, anywhere you can get your podcast. This episode is brought to you by Smoke Wanted Media. We want all the smoke. Don't you be the light tote. Alright? I'm gonna make this one quick, man, because some things happen over, and I know I'm late, but I gotta speak on it. Because I am a Knicks fan. I'm a New York fan, period, but I'm talking about all sports, but I am a Knicks fan. How the Knicks gonna trade? How, and it's crazy, how the Knicks gonna trade for Karl-Anthony Towns? He's a good player. Karl-Anthony Towns is a dope player. He's a good big man. But we trade away. How are the Knicks gonna trade away Julius Randle and DiVincenzo and a first round pick for Karl-Anthony Towns? I don't even understand that. Randle was the Knicks' heart and soul besides Bronson. Yeah, he got hurt with the shoulder, but that was our toughness. That was our grit. You know what I'm saying? And how you trade that away, I don't understand. DiVincenzo last year hit big shot after big shot in the playoffs. He held us down in the playoffs. And you go and trade him? I think Randle straight up for Karl-Anthony Towns would have been all right. They both do the same thing. I think Randle's a little tougher though. Karl-Anthony Towns is big. Karl-Anthony Towns can shoot the three. He won the three-point contest, so he could shoot the ball. But if the Knicks were looking for a big, a Hartenstein left, that's understandable. All right, but you don't trade away. Why trade away Randle? Or gonna offload his contract in the re-signing negotiations? Y'all couldn't get anything done. Nobody was close to between y'all two on a contract. Oh man, that hurt to see Karl-Anthony Towns come into the Knicks and Julius Randle leaves. I wanted to see Julius Randle with Jalen Brunson, just one more, at least give him a run. They're almost the same player. The height, the height difference is a little bit, K.A.T is more of a center than Julius Randle will be. Okay. But I still think it's a bad trade. The season hasn't even started yet, I understand. But just off of what Julius meant to the Knicks, everybody all over social media, they saying that was a good trade. Tremendous trade. Bringing a name like Karl-Anthony Towns to the Knicks, I can understand why. He's a proven player, but him straight. Why didn't we keep DiVincenzo? And they said that he didn't want to play kind of second fiddle. He didn't want to play, he didn't want to take a B role basically for all the A roles that we have. He didn't want to be part of the B role, so he didn't want to take a backseat or whatever to anything that was going on, and I can understand. We had promised him a role in the starting lineup. He was that good for us. He hit three after three after three after three in the playoffs last year. When there's a big shot needed to be made, if it wasn't Bronson, it was DiVincenzo. Just to see him go, he didn't even give a chance for the Nova 4 to play together and to see where that can go. We was all pumped to see all four of them play together. They just got Mikal Bridges, and now you ship DiVincenzo out, man. That hurt. Even though, he wasn't there for a long time, but when he did show up, I liked his fit on the Knicks. Dante was crazy for the Knicks, especially like I keep on saying in the playoffs when it mattered the most, he stepped up. We could look at the numbers. Karl-Anthony Towns, 62 games last year. He played 32 minutes a game. He averaged 21 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists. I say that the 21 points, it was getting those and still playing on the team with Anthony Edwards. Okay, but he was the second option. He's gonna be the second option to Brunson, but that pick and roll might be insane because either Cat could drive or Cat could stop and pop the three or Cat could hit the mid-range. So let's give it a chance. I'm gonna give it a chance. I ain't got no choice because I can't control the Knicks. But it was tough to see Julius Randle go. Randle, his points. He played 46 games. I understand he was hurt. He 24 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists in 35 minutes out of 46 games. DiVincenzo off the bench, or if he was starting, 15 points per game, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. Between those two, you gave away almost 40 points of our offense. Even though Randle didn't play a lot of the season last year, you gave away that much of our offense, that much of our grit, that much of our shooting. I just saw Mikal Bridges shot, putting up shots in practice, in training camp. His three-pointer looking kind of crazy, and not crazy in a good way, but he still is an effort player, and he's still gonna put forth effort. And I want to see Josh Hart, Brunson, and Bridges work together without Dante. You know what I mean? Who has the better skill set here? Who's the better all-around player? They kind of did the same thing. I felt Julius gave us more of a muscle, and Karl-Anthony Towns is like a softer big man. But the softer big man, what that's gonna do against Boston is gonna bring Porzingis out to the three-point line and keep him out of that paint, because Cat is dangerous at the three-point line. He could shoot. Karl-Anthony Towns could shoot, so that's gonna make that okay. That matchup, I would love to see that matchup. I think we played them the first game of the season, so if we could beat them and go 1-0 and get a game up on Boston, that's gonna be good. So it's just sad to see Julius Randle go. DiVincenzo was growing on me, pause, and listen, he stepped up when it mattered, so like he was a good piece for the Knicks. Sad to see him go. So, but big shout out to Karl-Anthony Towns. I want to see you and Bronson do good, and let's go Knicks.